Mr. Josh sensed trouble immediately upon entering the nightclub. He recognized only a few faces among the unfamiliar crowd. His expression darkened further when he glanced back at Hedgehog, who shared his confusion.
What's going on?
Chase, exuding a faux air of confidence, deliberately swayed his body and affected a provocative tone.
I've told you, I'm someone you can't mess with. I deal with city management and police. I invited them for dinner, but all private rooms were booked, so we're here.
Chase felt smug, believing he had outsmarted Damon.
Attacking the police? You're really something, Josh.
Mr. Josh was dumbfounded.
Damn.
He realized he had fallen into a trap, rushing in to save Damon without verifying the situation. Damon remained silent, observing the unfolding drama. Chase, reveling in his self-assumed authority, demanded submission.
Kneel down and beg for mercy. No one can save you but me.
Chase's arrogance was unprecedented, the first to dare threaten Mr. Josh in such a manner. Chase's arrogance was palpable as he looked down on everyone around him. Mr. Josh was stunned. Despite his previous influence in Andover Province, he treaded carefully around the city management and those connected to Chase. Crossing them could mean serious repercussions, possibly landing his people in jail. Damon expressed surprise at the sight of Chase's entourage.
Are these all your men?
Chase, emboldened by the effects of drugs, responded smugly.
Yes, what's wrong?
Chase explained his symbiotic relationship with the city management, with each side benefiting from the other in demolition work.
Damon, you've lost. When you burned my car, did you not consider the consequences?
Damon remained composed, unaffected by Chase's boasting. He had engaged in the confrontation merely to assess his opponent's skills. Now, with his objective clear, Damon shifted gears.
Is the car yours?
If I want you dead, you'll die without a fuss.
Damon checked the time, preparing to move forward with his plan.
Let's go to the construction site. I'll prove the car was burned by you.
Chase, confident and taunting, agreed to accompany Damon to the Hartsville residential construction site.
I'll entertain you until your end.
With a gesture, Chase cleared a path, leading the way to the site of the burned car. The tension in the air was palpable as Damon and Chase made their way through the club, followed closely by their respective entourages. Mr. Josh, still reeling from the unfolding events, watched with a mix of apprehension and curiosity. Outside the club, the city's nighttime hustle and bustle surrounded them as they navigated through dimly lit streets.
Lead the way.
Chase, reveling in his perceived victory, took the lead with a swagger. As they approached the Hartsville residential construction site, Damon's confidence remained unwavering.
This will prove everything.
Chase's smug demeanor began to falter slightly, a hint of uncertainty beneath his bravado. Arriving at the scene of the burned car, Damon surveyed the charred remains.
Look closely, Chase. This is your doing.
Chase's expression darkened as he realized Damon's resolve.
You're bluffing.
Damon remained calm, knowing he had the evidence to expose Chase's deceit. Suddenly, a voice echoed from the shadows.
What's going on here?
Both Damon and Chase turned to see Mr. Josh stepping forward, his gaze steely.
I want the truth, Chase.
The atmosphere crackled with anticipation as the confrontation reached its climax at the construction site. Damon, resolute in his pursuit of justice, and Chase, cornered by his own deception, faced off in the cold night air. The stakes were high, and the truth was about to come to light in Andover Province. In the dark of the night, a large group approached Hartsville Residential like a vigilant patrol. The scent of gasoline hung heavy in the air, a lingering reminder of recent events.
Who would be so wicked to burn someone else's car?
Firefighters, having just extinguished the blaze, emerged from the scene. His companion, lighting a cigarette, speculated on the motives behind the arson.
Could be a vendetta. At least no one was hurt. The neighbors were spared.
Their conversation halted abruptly as they spotted the approaching group.
Who are you guys?
Upon closer inspection, the firefighter noticed the diverse composition of the group: police officers, shady figures, and imposing individuals. Chase, filled with excitement, wasted no time in reaching out to a significant figure in the province.
Inform the boss. Let's see how capable Damon really is. No one touches Southgate Boulevard's property without consequences.
The response to Chase's call surpassed his expectations, indicating a deeper agenda beyond Damon's involvement. Among the responders were armed police, signaling the seriousness of the situation. Mr. Josh, feeling uneasy about the unfolding events, suggested a cautious approach to Damon.
Maybe we should attack from another angle?
Damon, surprisingly relaxed, reassured Mr. Josh about the impending resolution.
No need. It'll be resolved soon. Dinner's on me afterward.
Mr. Josh was taken aback by Damon's composure amidst escalating tensions. Meanwhile, Chase produced an equipment list, intending to confront Damon with evidence of his wrongdoing.
Take a look.
Damon accepted the document, scrutinizing the detailed records of Chase's vehicles.
Are these all your cars?
Chase, adamant in his claims, insisted that the vehicles were rightfully his.
They're mine, guarded around the clock. Even during the fire, my people were there.
Chase's tone shifted abruptly, expressing a desire for retribution.
I don't want money. I want your life.
The gravity of Chase's words hung heavy in the night air, setting the stage for a high-stakes confrontation at Hartsville Residential. As tensions escalated and alliances were tested, the true motives behind the car burning remained shrouded in mystery. Chase's disturbing remarks about Naomi and his warped fantasies revealed a darker side to his character. Driven by control and manipulation, Chase reveled in his delusions, envisioning Naomi's dependence on drugs to maintain obedience and manage the Sullivan family business.
Don't worry, I'll take good care of Naomi for you. Sometimes a woman needs a little drug to be obedient.
Chase's demeanor bordered on sinister, fixated on exerting dominance over others, especially women. Damon, maintaining his calm demeanor, acknowledged Chase's unsettling admission.
Oh, I see.
Meanwhile, the onlookers, Mr. Josh, Hedgehog, and the assembled city management, observed Damon closely, puzzled by his line of questioning. Amidst the tension, Justin emerged from the burned car, clutching a peculiar find.
Found it. Fortunately, it's not completely burned.
Chase, amused by Justin's discovery, probed curiously.
What did you find in my car?
Justin, deliberate in his actions, examined the black residue with a calculated air.
I believe this is it.
Confusion clouded Chase's expression as he struggled to grasp Damon's intentions. The arrival of armed police, summoned by Chase, added a new layer of tension to the scene. The unexpected reaction of the police dog puzzled the armed police as they prepared to make arrests. Justin, taking charge of the situation, presented his findings to the authorities.
Sir, we found these items in the car. Here's my Army service certificate.
The unfolding events left everyone on edge, with Damon's subtle tactics and Justin's discoveries shifting the dynamics at the Hartsville residential construction site. As the armed police took charge, the gravity of the situation became apparent, highlighting the intricate web of alliances and hidden agendas in Andover Province. As the armed police scrutinized the situation, the atmosphere crackled with tension and uncertainty, underscored by the faint whirring of police radios and the distant shuffle of approaching footsteps. Justin's intervention had shifted the dynamics entirely, casting doubt on Chase's claims of innocence and raising serious concerns among the gathered onlookers. The armed police, led by their determined leader, refused to be swayed by Chase's protests, their expressions stoic and resolute.
We have procedures to identify this. You will cooperate.
Chase's defiance clashed against the steely resolve of the authorities. the weight of impending consequences palpable in the air. Chase's earlier bravado had dissolved into panic and desperation, his mind racing to comprehend the severity of the situation.
This is a setup!
The armed police proceeded with meticulous precision, documenting their findings and cataloging the evidence collected from the scene. Meanwhile, the leader of the armed police maintained a composed demeanor, seizing control of the unfolding investigation.
Mr. Daniels, we will need you to come with us for further questioning.
Chase's facade crumbled further as he grappled with the implications of his predicament. Amidst the commotion, Mr. Josh and the other spectators watched in stunned silence, the gravity of the situation sinking in.
What's happening?
Looks like Chase is in serious trouble.
The armed police, undeterred by Chase's protests, prepared to escort him away for interrogation.
Gather the evidence. We're taking him in.
Chase's protests fell on deaf ears as the authorities moved with practiced efficiency, their resolve unshaken. Justin, observing from the sidelines, exchanged a knowing glance with Damon, a silent acknowledgement of their collaborative efforts.
Looks like our friend Chase is in for a rough ride.
The armed police completed their sweep of the scene, securing the evidence and ushering Chase away, his protests fading into the night. As the tension ebbed, the reality of the situation settled over the bystanders, each contemplating the repercussions of Chase's downfall. The events at Hartsville Residential had unraveled swiftly, leaving Chase at the mercy of the law and signaling a shift in power dynamics within Andover Province. The night echoed with the sound of justice in motion, a stark reminder that no one was above the law in this complex world of alliances and hidden agendas. As Chase was led away by the determined armed police, his gaze lingered on Damon, a mix of frustration and resolve clouding his expression. Damon's calm demeanor belied the gravity of the situation, confident in his calculated moves. Meanwhile, Hedgehog scoured the remnants of Hartsville Residential, his skepticism growing with each passing moment. The residents' refusal to vacate the building piqued Damon's interest, sensing a potential hidden connection.
There's something more to this. Keep searching.
Undeterred by Hedgehog's doubts, Damon's intuition urged him onward, convinced that there was more at stake than met the eye. As Hedgehog delved deeper into the neglected building, his senses heightened, attuned to any anomaly amidst the ruins.
This place gives me the creeps. What could be hidden here?
The air was heavy with silence, broken only by the distant hum of passing vehicles and the occasional shuffle of debris underfoot. Back at the scene of Chase's downfall, Mr. Josh and Damon exchanged knowing glances, their focus unwavering despite the chaos that had unfolded.
Damon, what are we looking for here?
Something doesn't add up. There's more to this puzzle.
Meanwhile, the armed police meticulously collected evidence, their expressions unreadable behind stern masks of duty. As the investigation continued, the looming presence of the city management and police underscored the weight of Damon's actions. In the midst of the turmoil, the residents of Andover Province watched with bated breath, their lives intersecting with the unfolding drama. Hours passed, the moon casting an eerie glow over the scorched landscape as Hedgehog's search persisted, guided by Damon's unwavering determination.
I've combed through every inch. There's nothing here but dust and memories.
Keep looking, there has to be something.
The faint echoes of a distant memory tugged at Damon's thoughts, a puzzle waiting to be unraveled amidst the shadows. As the night deepened, a palpable tension lingered in the air, a testament to the intricate web of alliances and betrayals that defined Andover Province. Damon's pursuit of the truth persisted, a solitary figure against the backdrop of uncertainty, his resolve unyielding.
We're not done here yet. There's more to uncover.
Amidst the remnants of Hartsville Residential, amidst the debris of shattered lives, the answer awaited, shrouded in secrets and whispers of the past. The night held its secrets close, as Damon and his allies navigated the shadows of Andover Province, each step a testament to the unyielding pursuit of justice in a world fraught with peril and intrigue. The arrival of Ferdinand and the subsequent appearance of Princeton Balford cast a shadow over the tense atmosphere at Hartsville Residential. Damon's calm demeanor contrasted sharply with the apprehension rippling through the crowd. Ferdinand's urgent warning to Damon hinted at unseen dangers, while Hedgehog's guarded explanation shed light on Princeton's formidable presence.
Princeton Balford. He's a force to be reckoned with around here.
As Princeton approached Damon with an air of authority, the tension thickened, the weight of his influence palpable.
What's your game, Princeton?
Princeton's request hung in the air, a veiled threat disguised as a polite offer, echoing with the weight of unspoken expectations.
Consider it a favor for future convenience. Chase is under my protection.
Damon's calculating gaze met Princeton's unwavering stare, neither yielding to the other's implied authority.
And if I refuse?
Princeton's response was laced with subtle coercion, a reminder of the intricate power dynamics at play within Andover Province.
Think carefully, Mr. Hemsworth. This could impact your stay here.
The underlying threat of Princeton's words reverberated through the air, challenging Damon's resolve. Amidst the looming confrontation, Ferdinand observed with a mixture of apprehension and silent urgency, the stakes escalating with each passing moment.
What's he up to?
Princeton holds considerable sway. His backing could shift the balance.
Damon's refusal to yield resonated with the weight of unspoken defiance, a silent challenge to Princeton's overtures.
Chase's fate is not my concern.
Princeton's eyes narrowed, his facade of civility slipping as he confronted Damon's unwavering resolve.
You tread on dangerous ground, Mr. Hemsworth.
The standoff persisted, the unspoken tension weaving a complex tapestry of alliances and betrayals within Andover Province. As the night wore on, Damon's resolve remained unshaken, a solitary figure against the backdrop of shifting loyalties and hidden agendas. The weight of Princeton's influence loomed large, a silent threat echoing through the shadows, while Damon's defiance held firm amidst the chaos.
I won't be swayed by threats, Princeton.
As the confrontation reached its zenith, the balance of power teetered on a knife's edge, poised to reshape the landscape of Andover Province. Amidst the uncertainty, Damon's unwavering resolve signaled a turning point, a testament to the enduring pursuit of justice in a world veiled by shadows and deceit. Princeton's arrival stirred up a storm of emotions as his associates, including the woman accompanying him, reacted vehemently to Damon's accusations. The tension crackled like electricity as Damon and Princeton engaged in a battle of wills. Damon's pointed gesture at his wound highlighted the gravity of the situation, inviting a swift response from Princeton's entourage.
Let's settle this first.
The woman's impassioned outburst underscored her loyalty to Chase, her fierce defense echoing through the night air.
How dare you frame us?
Princeton's stern countenance betrayed his simmering anger, his authority challenged by Damon's unwavering resolve.
Enough games, Damon.
Damon's calm demeanor in the face of Princeton's escalating frustration spoke volumes, a silent challenge to the established order.
It's never too late to make things right.
Princeton's retort dripped with disdain, his composure fraying at the edges.
You underestimate me, Hemsworth.
As tensions reached a boiling point, Damon's decisive declaration echoed through the night, a definitive stance against Princeton's dominance. The standoff between Damon and Princeton encapsulated the complex web of allegiances and rivalries within Andover Province, each move laden with unspoken implications. Princeton's authority wavered in the face of Damon's unyielding resolve, the balance of power shifting with each passing moment. Amidst the chaos, Ferdinand watched with a mixture of apprehension and silent contemplation, the unfolding events carrying far-reaching consequences.
This is escalating quickly.
Princeton won't back down easily.
Damon's refusal to capitulate resonated with the weight of unspoken defiance, a lone figure against the backdrop of shifting loyalties.
There's no turning back now.
As the confrontation reached its zenith, the fate of Andover Province hung in the balance, the outcome poised to reshape the landscape of power and influence. Through the veil of uncertainty, Damon's unwavering resolve remained a beacon of hope, a testament to the enduring pursuit of justice amidst the shadows of deceit. As tensions simmered on Southgate Boulevard, the air crackled with anticipation, each moment pregnant with the potential for conflict. In the midst of this charged atmosphere, Chase's defiance clashed with Damon's unwavering resolve, setting the stage for a confrontation fraught with danger. But as the scene unfolded, it became clear that another player held sway over the unfolding drama, their influence exerting a subtle yet undeniable impact on the proceedings.
Do you know who you are? You even want to get the information out of the Agape charity.
Regardless of who it is, this piece of land, Agape Charity has given it to me. Besides, your godson is not pleasing to the eye.
Damon's voice held a steely edge as he stood firm in the face of Chase's defiance. The surrounding onlookers watched in stunned silence, their attention captivated by the tense exchange unfolding before them.
I can kneel to you, but you don't have the guts to accept it.
That's right. You who come from Hillwood, look how I'm going to teach you a lesson.
Princeton's voice dripped with disdain as he stepped forward, his imposing presence casting a shadow over Chase. His sentiment was echoed by the woman beside him, her impatience evident as she urged him to take action.
Kill him.
Chase's confidence remained unshaken, his defiance unwavering even in the face of imminent danger. He knew that in Southgate Boulevard, Princeton's protection shielded him from any repercussions. Princeton's fingers hovered over the keypad, but before he could make the call, the shrill ring of his phone pierced the tense atmosphere. With a sigh of annoyance, he answered the call, his impatience evident in his voice.
You know you can't touch me, Princeton. Southgate Boulevard is my territory now.
You may have the street, Chase, but you don't own this city. Don't push me.
Princeton's threat hung in the air, a palpable tension crackling between the two men.
Who could be calling at a time like this?
The phone's insistent ringing seemed to mock Princeton's frustration.
What?
Princeton, it's urgent. We need you at the meeting right away.
I'll be there. Just hold everything until I arrive.
Princeton's expression darkened as he ended the call, his impatience now directed at the unexpected interruption. Chase watched with a knowing smile, his confidence unshaken by the sudden turn of events.
I don't care who the fuck you are. If you have anything to say, just say it. If you don't, go to my office tomorrow and find my secretary.
Princeton's abrupt dismissal hung heavy in the air, his irritation palpable as he awaited the caller's response. On the other end of the line, Thomas remained unfazed by Princeton's outburst, his tone firm and authoritative as he delivered his ultimatum.
For what happened tonight, I suggest you quickly settle the matter and apologize to Damon.
Thomas's words cut through the tension like a knife, his command leaving no room for negotiation. As the gravity of the situation sank in, Princeton's expression hardened, his mind racing as he contemplated his next move. Princeton's laughter echoed through the tense atmosphere of Southgate Boulevard, a stark reminder of his dominance in the territory he controlled.
Who do you think you are?
I'm just a butler. However, the person behind me, he is a Hemsworth.
Whispers Damon's father's name. Thomas's words hung in the air, carrying a weight that sent shockwaves through Princeton's composure, which resulted in the widening of his eyes.
What? Damon is a Hemsworth?
Princeton's mind raced, grappling with the implications of Damon's familial ties.
I know you work for someone in the Hemsworth family, but remember, Damon is the master, and you're just a servant.
Thomas's voice was cold and final as he abruptly ended the call, leaving Princeton stunned by the revelation.
Have you called him yet, Princeton? Hurry up!
The woman's impatience underscored the urgency of the situation, prompting Princeton to confront the reality of Damon's lineage.
He's from the Hemsworth family.
What? Which Hemsworth family?
Which one do you think?
Princeton's ominous tone sent a shiver down the woman's spine, her mind racing to comprehend the gravity of Damon's identity.
Which son is he?
The woman's question hung in the air, her realization dawning as she grasped the significance of Damon's lineage.
It doesn't matter. We can't afford to offend him.
What should we do?
The woman's urgency mirrored Princeton's growing unease, their shared apprehension palpable in the air.
Kill him.
Princeton's command was swift and decisive, but a moment of hesitation betrayed his inner turmoil.
Dad, what do you mean?
Chase's incredulity mirrored Princeton's own disbelief, his world shaken by the revelation of Damon's identity.
He's from the Hemsworth family.
Princeton's words hung in the air, a stark reminder of the power Damon wielded.
From the Hemsworth family? Apologize.
Chase's disbelief was palpable, his world turned upside down by the revelation of Damon's true identity.
Whether it helps or not, you have to show respect. It's your fault tonight.
Princeton's words were a grim acknowledgement of the consequences they faced, as Chase grappled with the weight of his actions.
But he framed me!
Princeton's anger simmered beneath the surface as he confronted Chase, his frustration palpable in the air.
As I said, it's your fault.
It was an unfamiliar sight for those who knew Princeton, accustomed to his composed demeanor.
I'm sorry.
Chase's voice wavered, his resolve tested by Princeton's wrath.
Damn it, kneel down.
Princeton's fury erupted, his patience worn thin as he demanded obedience from his godson.
Princeton, please.
Princeton's wife watched in anguish, torn between her loyalty to her husband and her affection for Chase.
I'll do it.
Chase's movements were slow and deliberate as he lowered himself to the ground, his pride swallowed by the weight of his actions. The onlookers gasped in disbelief, their shock evident as they witnessed Chase's unprecedented display of submission.
Mr. Hemsworth, please forgive him. Let me take you to the hospital.
Princeton's desperation was palpable as he sought to diffuse the tension, his concern for Damon's well-being overshadowed by his fear of retribution. Damon's silence spoke volumes, his unreadable expression adding to the tension of the moment.
Mr. Hemsworth, if there's anything you're not satisfied with, please tell me.
I want you to kneel down.
Damon's demand sent shockwaves through Princeton's composure, his authority challenged in a way he had never experienced before.
Me? Kneel?
Princeton's disbelief was palpable, his mind racing to comprehend Damon's audacity.
Mr. Hemsworth, you must know Ethan Hemsworth. Let's talk this out. Harmony is important.
Princeton's desperation was evident as he invoked Ethan's name, hoping to salvage the situation before it escalated further.
Dragging someone with you won't change anything. If I lose patience, you won't even get the chance to kneel.
Damon's icy demeanor sent a chill down Princeton's spine, his authority challenged by Damon's unwavering resolve. Princeton's face darkened with fury as he contemplated Damon's audacity, his mind racing to comprehend the implications of Damon's connection to the Hemsworth family. Meanwhile, Hedgehog's discovery added another layer of tension to the already fraught situation.
Damn it, Damon. Who do you think you are?
I'm Damon Hemsworth, and you will show me the respect I deserve.
Damon's voice carried an unmistakable air of authority, leaving Princeton no choice but to heed his demand. However, before Princeton could yield to Damon's command, his wife intervened, her arrogance cutting through the tension like a knife.
Princeton, don't be a fool. Ethan would never forgive you if you bowed down to this man.
Princeton's wife's words struck a nerve, reminding him of the consequences of humiliating Ethan. Meanwhile, Hedgehog's discovery threatened to upend the delicate balance of power.
Boss, you won't believe what I found. Money, lots of it.
I knew it. Money talks, doesn't it?
Damon's words sent a chill down Princeton's spine, his fear of Damon's influence mounting with each passing moment. As Damon surveyed the box of cash before him, Princeton's desperation reached its peak.
Damon, please forgive us. My son was foolish, but we will make amends.
Princeton's plea fell on deaf ears as Damon remained unmoved by his apologies. With no other recourse, Princeton and his wife sank to their knees, their pride swallowed by the gravity of Damon's power.
I beg for your mercy. Spare us for the sake of the Hemsworth family.
Please, Mr. Hemsworth, forgive our son's transgressions. We will ensure he learns his lesson.
The weight of their submission hung heavy in the air, a stark reminder of Damon's authority. Meanwhile, Chase watched in stunned silence, his arrogance shattered by the reality of Damon's dominance.
You brought shame upon us all. Kneel and beg for forgiveness.
Chase's humiliation was palpable as he bowed his head in shame, his former bravado reduced to nothing in the face of Damon's power.
My bravado means nothing in the face of your power, Damon.
With the situation diffused, Damon signaled for his men to leave, leaving Princeton and his family to contemplate the repercussions of their actions.
Let's go. Princeton and his family need to think about what they've done.
Damon's victory was absolute, his dominance unchallenged as he reclaimed control of the situation.
My victory is complete. I am in control once again.
Yet, as the dust settled, the true extent of his influence remained to be seen. In the tense silence that followed, Damon's thoughts raced, his resolve unwavering in the face of Princeton's defiance.
We have yet to see the full extent of your influence, Damon.
My dominance will forever be unwavering, despite your defiant attitude.
Meanwhile, Justin's discoveries threatened to unravel the delicate balance of power between Damon and Ethan, setting the stage for a confrontation of epic proportions.
My discoveries could change everything between you and Ethan.
This could lead to a major confrontation between us, Ethan. Princeton, where did you get all this money?
Princeton's hesitation was palpable, his fear of Damon's wrath evident in his trembling voice. Sensing his discomfort, Princeton turned to Ferdinand for support, hoping to deflect Damon's scrutiny.
Ferdinand, help me out here.
Ferdinand's icy glare sent a shiver down Princeton's spine, a stark reminder of the consequences of his past misdeeds. As Hedgehog marveled at the sheer volume of cash before them, Damon's patience wore thin, his demand for answers growing more urgent by the moment.
How did you acquire this money?
Princeton's silence spoke volumes, his reluctance to reveal the truth a testament to the gravity of his situation. With no other options left, Princeton steeled himself, his admission a last-ditch effort to salvage his reputation.
I made a mistake. Please, Mr. Hemsworth, give me a chance.
Chase watched in horror as his godfather confessed, the weight of Damon's judgment looming large in his mind. Yet, to his surprise, Damon's response was unexpected, his demeanor surprisingly calm in the face of Princeton's admission.
It's pointless to admit it. The money isn't even yours. You can't escape the consequences.
Princeton's wife's desperate plea fell on deaf ears. Her attempts to sway Damon's mercy met with indifference. As Damon pressed for the truth, the woman's resolve wavered, her fear of Damon's retribution overwhelming her fragile composure.
Please, Mr. Hemsworth, spare us. We'll do anything to make amends.
Damon's gaze bore into the woman, his demand for honesty unwavering in the face of her distress. Yet, as the woman faltered under his scrutiny, Damon's resolve remained unyielding, his pursuit of justice unrelenting.
Do you know why Princeton dotes on Chase so much?
Isn't it obvious? Chase is practically his own son, being his godson and all.
The woman's brows furrowed, her expression a mix of confusion and suspicion as she pondered Damon's question. Chase, too, watched Damon with a curious gaze, wondering what revelation was about to unfold.
Princeton may be generous, but he also seeks retribution. Since Chase aimed to harm Naomi, he won't escape unscathed.
Damon's voice cut through the tense air, his words carrying a weight that hung heavily between them. Chase's eyes widened slightly, his mind racing as he absorbed Damon's warning.
In reality, Chase is Princeton's biological son. Princeton eliminated Chase's father to be with your best friend. And regarding your infertility, perhaps it's time you confronted the truth.
Damon's revelation struck the woman like a bolt of lightning, her body trembling with shock as she grappled with the implications of his words. She shook her head in denial, unable to accept the truth that Damon presented.
Nonsense! Princeton has always been kind to me, and Chase's real mother is my best friend of over 20 years. Do you think you can fool me with this?
The woman's voice rose in defiance, her denial a desperate attempt to cling to the semblance of normalcy that was rapidly slipping away. But Damon remained unfazed, his resolve unshaken by her protests.
A DNA test will reveal the truth.
Damon's nonchalant shrug only added to the woman's growing sense of unease, her eyes darting to Princeton in search of confirmation or denial. But Princeton remained silent, his gaze averted, unable to meet her accusatory stare.
Do we actually need it?
Chase's mind reeled with the implications of Damon's revelation. His world turned upside down by the revelation that his godfather was also his biological father. He struggled to make sense of the truth that had been laid bare before him. His thoughts a chaotic whirlwind of confusion and disbelief.
Ethan, it's Damon.
Damon's attention was diverted by the ringing of his phone, a welcome interruption to the tension-filled atmosphere that enveloped them. As he answered the call, the woman's gaze remained fixed on Princeton, her eyes searching for answers that he was unwilling to provide. Damon learned the truth about his parents with Thomas's help, sparking a realization that his father's return to the Hemsworth family was not as simple as it seemed. As Damon pondered the complexities of his family history, a call from Ethan interrupted his thoughts, revealing Ethan's own agenda in the unfolding drama.
Hello. Damon, my friend. Heard about the chaos tonight? Quite the scandal with Princeton, huh?
Damon's tone was laced with amusement as he engaged in conversation with Ethan, sensing the underlying motives behind Ethan's casual demeanor.
Indeed, quite the spectacle. It seems Princeton's true colors have been exposed.
Oh, absolutely. I can't believe he would stoop so low. Good thing I had someone on it already. We'll make sure justice is served.
Ethan's words dripped with self-assurance, his eagerness to take credit for Princeton's downfall thinly veiled beneath false camaraderie.
You're too kind, Ethan, but I suspect your involvement in this matter runs deeper than you let on.
Damon's suspicions were confirmed as a procession of influential figures arrived at Ethan's doorstep, their presence a testament to Ethan's influence in Andover Province.
You know me too well, Damon. Always one step ahead. It's all about maintaining order, after all.
Damon's gaze hardened as Ethan's smug demeanor grated on his nerves, his mind racing to decipher Ethan's true intentions.
Order, you say? More like manipulation. I know you had a hand in this from the start.
Ethan's facade cracked slightly, his composure faltering as Damon pierced through his carefully constructed facade.
Well, Damon, you can't blame me for looking out for the family's interests. And speaking of family, your father is quite the character, isn't he?
Damon's jaw clenched at the mention of his father, the complexities of their relationship weighing heavily on his mind.
My father's actions are his own. He doesn't need your approval.
Ethan's tone turned venomous as he lashed out at Damon, his resentment bubbling to the surface.
Don't forget your place, Damon. You may be a Hemsworth, but you're not the heir. I won't tolerate your interference any longer.
Damon's resolve hardened in the face of Ethan's hostility, his determination to uncover the truth undeterred by Ethan's threats.
I'll be there soon, Ethan. And as for my girlfriend, I'll handle it myself. We don't need your charity.
With a final click, Damon ended the call, his mind buzzing with thoughts of his father and the tangled web of deceit that surrounded him. Meanwhile, in Ethan's lavish study, the tension simmered as the butler dared to voice his own frustrations.
That Damon, always sticking his nose where it doesn't belong. He's no match for the Hemsworth family.
Ethan's eyes flashed with anger as he turned to face the trembling butler, his words dripping with disdain.
Watch your tongue, old man. Damon may be a nuisance, but he's still family, and he'll learn to respect that, one way or another.
The butler nodded quickly, his voice trembling with deference as he addressed Ethan's concerns.
Yes, sir, you're right. However, do you want to deal with Damon? As you said, you have contacted Dr. Murray's teacher. He's 90% sure that he can cure Damon's girlfriend.
Ethan pondered the butler's words for a moment, his mind whirling with possibilities as he considered Damon's impending downfall.
What do you think?
It was Damon's father who contacted them. They've already sorted everything out.
The butler marveled at the power of Damon's father, his awe apparent as he recounted the extent of Damon's father's influence. Meanwhile, as Ethan scrolled through his phone, he stumbled upon a photo of Tiffany, Damon's girlfriend, his disbelief evident in his voice as he addressed the butler.
So this is his girlfriend?
Yes.
Ethan's surprise at Tiffany's beauty was palpable, his thoughts drifting to the potential ramifications of her relationship with Damon.
Where is the person I asked you to invite?
He's here. He's waiting for you in the hall.
With a wicked smile, Ethan made his way to the hall, where a mysterious figure awaited him, his presence shrouded in darkness.
Are you sure you can achieve the effect you mentioned?
I never lie.
As the conversation between Ethan and the mysterious man unfolded, tensions reached a boiling point outside Damon's residence, where a swarm of policemen descended upon the scene, accompanied by a flurry of reporters and media personnel. Princeton remained stoic in the face of the chaos, his wife's accusations piercing through the facade of his composure.
Princeton, explain it to me. Chase, is he really your son with that woman?
Princeton's silence spoke volumes, his inability to offer a defense serving as a damning admission of guilt.
My actions speak louder than words.
As the night wore on, Chase grappled with the truth of his father's betrayal, his world crumbling around him as he confronted the harsh reality of his father's actions.
How could you do this, Dad? Everything I believed in is shattered.
Amidst the chaos, Princeton's simple request to revisit his old home was granted, but tragedy struck as the night took a dark turn.
I need to see where it all began, where I lost myself.
Damon watched from a distance, his thoughts consumed by the events unfolding before him, his focus shifting to Ferdinand's plight in the wake of Princeton's demise.
The consequences of our actions are far-reaching. Ferdinand will need guidance in this turmoil.
As the crowds dispersed, Naomi emerged from the shadows, her concern for Damon evident in her words.
Damon, are you all right? The night has been a bit confusing. Anyway, tell me, does it hurt?
As Damon recovered in the hospital, surrounded by mysterious flower baskets and unexpected visitors, a wager with Joyce stirred the air with tension. Meanwhile, Damon's financial fortunes took an unexpected turn, leaving both him and Joyce on edge.
Wow, the cold Naomi knows how to care about people too.
All right, I know. I'm sure it doesn't hurt.
The ambulance arrived, swiftly transporting Damon to the hospital where he spent nearly 2 days recovering from his injuries.
Why did it take so long for me to recover?
Well, Damon, usually it doesn't take this long, but your injury was quite serious. How are you feeling now?
Do you think there's a chance for us to recover in the jungle abroad?
Justin hesitated, unsure how to respond to Damon's inquiry about recovery in the jungle.
Well, I suppose there's always a chance depending on the circumstances.
Nice try, Justin. Anyway, who sent all these flower baskets?
Damon's room was filled with flower baskets, each one devoid of any names.
It looks like you've got quite a few admirers, Damon.
Yeah, seems like the whole town heard about what happened and wanted to wish you well.
Just as Damon was about to ponder the mystery of the anonymous well-wishers, the door swung open, revealing Joyce standing in the doorway.
Ah, Miss Mellons, what a surprise!
Joyce tossed the flowers she was carrying on the ground.
Sorry, wrong room.
No need to be so hasty, Joyce. You came all this way, let's chat.
Damon's playful banter caught Joyce off guard, prompting her to pause in her tracks.
I can't believe you still have the nerve to joke about money after what happened with Agape Charity.
But why dwell on the past? Let's make a bet, shall we?
A bet? About what?
If they return my money, you owe me $3 billion.
You're delusional if you think they'll give it back.
Well, let's see. If they do, I'll be $3 billion richer.
Just as they were in the midst of their wager, Damon's phone chimed with a text message, signaling the arrival of an overseas transfer.
Looks like I might be collecting on that bet sooner than we thought. Oh, and Tiffany's surgery was a success.
You actually got your money back?
Looks like I win.
As Damon's phone buzzed with the notification of the transferred funds, Joyce's eyes widened in disbelief, her surprise evident in her expression.
Wait, what just happened? Did you really get the money?
You bet I did. $3 billion, just like that.
Damon's jubilant demeanor was infectious as he reveled in his newfound wealth, leaving Joyce bewildered by the sudden turn of events.
But how? Even the Serafino family would struggle to pull off something like this. How did you manage it?
A magician never reveals his secrets, Miss Mellons. Let's just say I have my ways.
Before Joyce could press further, another message flashed across Damon's screen, diverting their attention once again.
Looks like everything's falling into place. Tiffany's surgery was a success.
Johnson's heartfelt gratitude touched Damon, stirring a sense of humility within him as he realized the gravity of Tiffany's condition.
Damon, I can't thank you enough. You've saved my daughter's life.
No need to thank me, Johnson. I'm just glad everything turned out okay.
Damon's humility was met with Johnson's tears of gratitude, their exchange a poignant reminder of the bonds forged in times of crisis.
You don't know how much this means to me. I owe you more than words can express.
I should be the one apologizing, Johnson. Tiffany's like family to me. I couldn't stand by and do nothing.
Damon's sincerity resonated with Johnson, their shared concern for Tiffany forging a bond between them that transcended mere acquaintanceship.
Thank you, Damon, from the bottom of my heart.
With the weight of gratitude heavy on his shoulders, Damon resolved to see Tiffany for himself, eager to ensure her well-being firsthand.
I need to see Tiffany. Is she awake?
She just came out of the ward. Dr. Hadley says she's doing well, but we're still waiting for her to wake up fully.
With a sense of urgency propelling him forward, Damon bid Johnson farewell and prepared to return to Hillwood to reunite with Tiffany.
Leaving so soon, Damon?
Yeah, I need to make sure Tiffany's all right. But don't worry. I'll make it up to you. How about milk tea tonight?
Damon's lighthearted banter caught Joyce off guard, her initial confusion giving way to amusement as she realized Damon's innocent intentions.
Milk tea, huh? Sure, why not?
Great. It's a date then.
Damon's playful remark elicited a surprised reaction from Joyce, her expression betraying a mixture of amusement and disbelief at Damon's unexpected proposal. Yet, amidst the levity of their exchange, a lingering tension hung in the air, hinting at deeper undercurrents beneath their banter. As the night fell, Damon found himself without his usual mode of transportation, his broken GTR leaving him to rely on a taxi to reach his destination. Meanwhile, doubts lingered in his mind, prompting him to seek answers from Justin about the mysterious Dr. Hadley.
So, no ride tonight, huh?
I was going to offer, but now you can figure it out yourself.
Guess I'll have to take a taxi. My GTR is still in the shop.
Damon's reliance on his car was evident, his usual mode of transportation unavailable due to ongoing repairs. Meanwhile, as Damon contemplated his travel arrangements, a question nagged at his mind, prompting him to seek clarification from Justin.
Hey Justin, who exactly is Dr. Hadley?
You don't know? Dr. Hadley's a big deal in the medical world. He's renowned for his expertise in surgery, and was even nominated for a Nobel Prize. Trust me, Damon, you're in good hands.
Damon's skepticism lingered, his distrust of Ethan casting doubt on the true motives behind Dr. Hadley's involvement. Unable to shake his suspicions, Damon pressed Justin for more information, determined to uncover the truth.
I get that he's a big shot, but why would Ethan enlist his help?
Because Dr. Hadley's reputation is everything to him. He wouldn't risk tarnishing it by getting involved in anything shady.
Justin's reassurance did little to assuage Damon's doubts, his uncertainty rooted in his fraught relationship with Ethan and the Hemsworth family. Yet, despite his reservations, Damon's loyalty to Tiffany compelled him to trust in Dr. Hadley's expertise.
All right, if you say so.
With the matter seemingly settled, Damon and Justin embarked on the journey back to Hillwood, their conversation peppered with snippets of reassurance and lingering uncertainty. As the hospital loomed into view, Damon's thoughts turned to Tiffany and her family, their anticipation palpable as they awaited news of her successful surgery. Meanwhile, Johnson's dedication to his daughter's care was evident in his meticulous attention to detail, his commitment unwavering in the face of mounting expenses.
Over $100,000 for surgery? That's insane.
Money well spent. You don't understand, Faith. Dr. Hadley's one of the best in the world.
And the other person?
Warren Buffett.
Faith's awe at Damon's connections mirrored Johnson's pride, their admiration for Damon's resourcefulness evident in their conversation. Upon reaching Tiffany's ward, Damon was greeted by Abigail, whose conflicted expression hinted at underlying tensions.
Hey Abigail, is everything all right?
Abigail's unease was palpable as she struggled to articulate her concerns, her troubled demeanor sparking Damon's curiosity.
But what? Is something wrong?
It's just, Dr. Hadley brought 5 students into the surgery room with him. Doesn't that seem odd to you?
Damon's suspicions resurfaced at Abigail's revelation, his resolve to investigate Dr. Hadley's actions stronger than ever.
Justin, we need to dig deeper into Dr. Hadley's background. Something doesn't feel right.
As Damon delved deeper into the mystery surrounding Dr. Hadley, his concern grew, prompting him to seek answers from Abigail. However, her cryptic response only fueled his curiosity further, leading him to confront Justin with a request for investigation.
Justin, we need to dig deeper into Dr. Hadley's background. Something feels off.
I'll get right on it, Damon, but what exactly are we looking for?
Anything unusual, especially regarding his students. Abigail mentioned something about a person from Hoxia.
Damon's sense of unease lingered as he awaited Justin's findings, his mind racing with possibilities. Meanwhile, at the hospital gate, Johnson and his wife returned, accompanied by an unexpected visitor, the butler from the Hemsworth family.
Good evening, sir. I trust you are well.
Why are you here?
Sir, I come bearing a message from the Hemsworth family.
Damon's skepticism was evident as he scrutinized the butler's demeanor, his suspicion growing with each carefully chosen word.
And what message would that be?
In 1 week's time, the Hemsworth family will be hosting a party. However, I must implore you not to attend.
The butler's words struck a nerve with Damon, his patience wearing thin as the true intent behind the invitation became clear.
Why should I listen to you?
Sir, it is not a matter of choice. The Hemsworth family holds considerable influence, and your presence would only serve to disrupt the festivities.
Damon's frustration boiled to the surface as he bristled at the butler's thinly veiled attempt to assert dominance.
And if I chose to attend anyway?
The tension between Damon and the butler reached a boiling point, their exchange fraught with underlying hostility and veiled threats.
I would advise against it, sir. The consequences could be rather unpleasant.
Damon's resolve hardened in the face of the butler's intimidation, his determination to uncover the truth unyielding despite the looming threat of reprisal.
We'll see about that.
With a final glare, Damon turned away from the butler, his mind already racing with plans to defy the Hemsworth family's wishes. Little did he know, his decision would set into motion a chain of events that would test his resolve and threaten to unravel the delicate balance of power in Andover Province.
Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more great content. Click the notification bell so you never miss an update.